Hi and welcome back. You're watching 1700 here on Channel 31. I'm Sarah, this is Nick, and we're joined by the wonderful Biond.
It's fantastic to have you in the studio, and we just finished part one of our interview segment, but we are now going into part two straight away. So Sarah and I would like to know a little bit more about where did Biond start? Where did the idea come from, and how have you come to where you are today with this new artist?
Yeah, it's a weird and winding story, to be honest. So I studied jazz at uni, so definitely has ended up a world very far removed from that. And I really first saw myself as branching out as a soul and funk artist. And so I was really into listening to people like kind of Shaka Khan, where it's kind of 80s inspired but very funky, groove-driven music. And then somehow just kind of through looking at, honestly, the general environment of music in Melbourne, what people like, what people are listening to, and other inspiring artists that are like local, they kind of all fuse together. And so I think it's got this like kind of 80s undercurrent with a lot of like synth pop and big heavy drums and, you know, a bit of electric guitar and all of that. Just got that flair basically. So yeah, and that kind of comes from listening to people like Prince, who I grew up listening a lot to. And I just love that music that you can really perform with. And so yeah, that was the main thing for this project for me, is like creating something that I can really give my all in with performance.
Yeah. And I feel like you can tell that with the energy that you have when you do perform.
That's good.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Once it, makes you want to get up and dance, as we were saying before, which is really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about your new release that you sang to us today, Like You Never, you have a music clip that's going to be released eventually. So
yeah, I do.
Exactly
So it's going to be released shortly after the single, and it's really cute, to be honest. So like the last music video was kind of very moody, and this is the opposite of that. This is exactly who I am as a person, really reflected in a video, and it follows me and my best friends on a night out, and I'm super fortunate that my best friends are all in the industry as well. And so Greta Nash, who is the director, you might know her because she recently was a winner of Trop Fest, and a lot of our friends were involved in that film as well. So the whole production team and everybody who was involved in that Trop Fest film were all involved in this music video. And yeah, so all of our friends were kind of in the video as well, and it kind of shows me having a bit of a hard time, having a hard night, and my friends kind of lifting me up, and it takes you from singing karaoke to playing in an arcade to the kebab shop at 3 a.m. So it's like the exact messy night that you'd expect to have when you're kind of getting over like a heartbreak, but it's really beautiful and really honest. So I really love it.
That's
lovely.
We can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I think going off Immortalised, it'll be really cool to see how it differs from that, and how you say it's very different to that style.
Definitely. It's still got that kind of look to it, but yeah, the mood is different.
Alongside the release of this new music video, you also have the launch party for Like You Never on the 1st of August at the Grace Darling Hotel. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, well remembered. It's going to be a big party really to celebrate everything that we've all been through, because like I said, a huge amount of people have been involved in this project, and I don't count it as just being me at all. So it's a big party for everybody who's been involved. And I've got two beautiful support acts, Royce, who's just 16 and is amazing, and she's coming up through that kind of Triple J Unearthed scene at the moment. She is one of the Unearthed for High finalists, and she's doing really well through all that, so good on her. So she's going to be playing first, and then second is Max Lawrence, who has this beautiful kind of hypnotic folk electronic soulful act. It's amazing. He's really, really, really talented and very creative. So it's really awesome to kind of curate my own night like that.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's kind of that's the launch show. So yeah, the 1st of August at the Grace Darling. So yeah, tickets are on sale now. Go get them.
Buy them, yeah. In terms of performances, do you prefer kind of a more intimate, smaller stage thing, or do you prefer a bigger audience where I guess more people can dance?
Ooh, good question. Really, really good question. I mean, I could dance on my own, no worries, and have a great night. But I think where I'm different is that I can simultaneously have this big crowd, but also share intimate stories
Yeah.
and connect with people through what I'm doing. And I think that's like the dichotomy of Biond, is it's like high energy pop, but also the meaning behind all those songs are really relatable and real. And so, yeah, I hope people will hear themselves in what I'm singing and be moved by that.
Yeah.
That's
and I guess
really
it's
exciting.
the sort of thing a lot of people can relate to,
Definitely.
I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's been through these things, too much so.
Now, where can we find Biond? You're on quite a few musical platforms. Where can we find you?
Okay, so you can listen for free and download for free on Triple J Unearthed. But if you have Spotify, you can listen there. Immortalised is up there now. Like You Never will be dropping on the 18th, and that'll drop across all streaming platforms everywhere. And then the music video will be on YouTube eventually as well. So you can pretty much check me out everywhere. So it's Biond Music, Biond, and the Instagram and Facebook is biond.music. And that's a really cool place to hang out as well, because we share everything behind the scenes and heaps of really fun things there. So it's a very entertaining place to be, Instagram. Highly recommend.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much for joining
you.
us. We're gonna head
you guys.
we're gonna head to a few more clips. So stay tuned. You're on 1700.